Bobby, you read?
Yes.
You read Dead Redemption?
Oh, God. I downloaded that game. I didn't play it.
We're back. Yeah, you know what that game?
Yeah. Remember I downloaded it when we were in LA? And
I thought you said I'm done with that game.
Oh, no. I downloaded it. Never played it.
I played it.
Yeah, a little bit. But it's just, whatever. That's how
Grand Theft Auto on a horse.
Yes, that's what it was.
Which is kind of cool. The concept's cool.
Yes.
Like the idea of it, if I told you that idea,
Right.
I think you'd fuck with that.
Right. It's like, oh, wow. But it's like, I'm not a big fan of like the open world type games. I don't need that.
Yeah.
Just I want to go straight forward and shoot.
You want the world. You want the rules, like the parameters.
Yes. Give me the parameters.
Yeah.
Yes. This is my character. He can do 3 things, and he can go forward while doing those 3 things.
Ooh.
Make it work.
Damn.
I like that.
What do you think Grand Theft Auto does next? So they've Grand Theft Auto regular.
Right.
They've done it on horses.
Right. Ooh.
Where do you go now?
GTA 6, Epstein's Island.
And you can play
St. James.
You can play as different kids.
Yeah. Or different politicians.
yeah. Or actors.
Yeah. Or actors. Yeah.
Damn, that's so cool.
Yeah.
Yo, it is pretty crazy that it's pretty crazy that Ghislaine Maxwell is alive still.
Yeah.
How is she alive still?
She probably made a deal where she wouldn't talk.
Who would trust that?
I don't know. That's a good point. Who would trust that? Why is
The
she
kind
alive?
of shit she knows? Who would trust that?
Why is she alive?
Who is like, oh, I believe that she's not going to tell on me?
No one listens to women anyway. And they just, they're like, whatever.
No one does listen to women.
Yeah, right. So I think the fact that she's alive.
Don't nod your head, Sam.
Yeah.
Sam nodded her head.
The fact that she's alive, it goes to show the proof of that, right?
The proof is in the kitchen because that's where she belongs. That is the saying, right?
Right. Yeah, that is the saying.
Yeah, but I think it's like, damn, it's crazy that she's not dead. I think about that a lot. Why wouldn't they choke her out in a jail cell? She's in a jail cell. Go choke that bitch. You want to choke my boy Jeff?
Yeah, like I said, no one. I think just no one cares.
Well, I guess. Jeff said did Jeff say out loud, "I'm gonna snitch"?
I don't know. I don't think so.
They were just like, this nigga.
Why
did he have to go and not her? That's my question.
You're right. Because people believe men. I don't know what else to say. I don't know.
Because it adds to the theory of, well, damn, maybe he did kill him. Like the theory of maybe he killed himself. Well, why would they kill him and not her?
Yeah, but like if he killed himself, everything surrounding it is just like it's too sketchy for it to be that he killed himself.
What do you think the percentage chances are that he did kill himself?
The percentage chances that he killed himself.
Jeffrey Epstein actually did hang himself in a jail cell while the cameras failed and the guards went to go get pizza.
Right. The gods went to Raging Waters.
Yeah, and his cellmate just so happened to go to Disney World at that time.
Yeah. It was prisoners amusement park day out.
Yeah.
I would say 30% chance he killed himself. And that 30% is whoever showed up in the cell was like, you can kill yourself or we can kill you. You can have the choice.
Now, I give what you just said 100% chance that he killed himself for sure by another nigga walking in that cell.
Right, and telling him
like,
what
hey,
was
bro,
up.
So either you going to hang yourself or I'm going to do it.
Right.
That's it.
Right.
There's no other options.
Right.
I believe that more than anything else. Because then he did hang himself.
Right. Then technically, he did hang himself. And that's how you can go around saying that and it not be false.
But why does Ghislaine get to live? Why does Jizzy Bear get to keep roaming the cells?
Yeah, I don't know. This is actually...
Because she knows the same information. Apparently, bro, I went and looked at it because I was curious.
Right.
They would fuck kids together.
Right.
So the reason she's in prison is for some of her accounts were fucking some of the kids with Jeffrey.
Okay.
They'd have weird orgies, kid orgies.
Corgies.
And she would also, of course, give them to high politicians and high-ranking actors and high-ranking people in the world. Now, why we don't know who those people are is even more a layer that we can't even
we definitely know why we don't know who those people are, because it would just be everybody. It would shake the foundations of everything so much. You'd be like, damn, everybody. And you could make it partisan because you couldn't be like one because both sides are doing it. So that's the one thing they all agree on.
But here's the thing. everybody went to the parties, right?
Right.
Now, I do believe not everybody fucked kids at the parties.
Right.
That's what makes the scam good.
Right.
You can't have every single person there fucking kids. Then it's too obvious you're gonna get caught.
Right.
If only a couple, if you invite 100 people, bro, and 5 of us sneak away to go do crack, it's not a crack party.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like
Yes.
it's a race. And if I told you later, you would be like, people are smoking crack in my house.
Right.
You wouldn't even. You'd be like, get the fuck out of here.
Right.
You wouldn't even have known.
Right.
If you just went to Jeffrey Epstein, some rich party.
Right.
You don't know that there's kid fucking going on. You're just like, oh, I'm going because Oprah's gonna be like. It's my agent told me I should go. You're not even thinking about it.
Right.
My agent told me I got to meet this Epstein guy. I don't know.
Right. Ooh, that's a good point. But yeah, why did she get to live?
She was doing all the wrangling. This bitch was wrangling, nigga.
Wranglers.
She is Wrangler, bro. She is Brett Favre.
Yeah.
In a pair of Wranglers. Sam has something to say.
Yeah. Okay.
And it better not be rate the N-word.
Oh, no. That's what I was going to say.
Okay, hold on.
No, she gets to live because she agreed to be the scapegoat.
But still.
Ooh.
She's taking the bigger fall. All the things are about her on TV. If you agree to that and you come out, I bet she will come out and say that she did do all those things and like, oh, you're like agree to it. And they're like, well, we'll let her live if she doesn't.
She did agree to it. She's in prison.
Yeah, but you're right. But why would anyone trust that? This is a lady who still has that information in her. And people change.
Maybe
over
like
time.
they're like, hey, if you do the scapegoat thing, we'll let you live. We'll let your family live.
I think you brought up a good point. I think it's weird that she's alive.
Well, that means there's another thing at play. There's something else at play.
There's something else at play.
She knows something else. She knows something even Jeff didn't know.
Right.
Also, why wouldn't she? Yo, you think the number 2 doesn't fucking know some shit?
Right.
But you think the powerful number 2 don't know some shit?
But isn't that even more reason to kill her?
No, I'm saying what she knows is like, oh, we can't kill her. We need her.
Oh, we need her. How else are we going to keep the ring going? She has to train the next person.
No, you need her for something. She knows something, then you need her for something.
She made herself useful.
That's what criminals do.
Right.
Frank Lucas is alive.
Right.
You make yourself useful, bro. You get caught, you know what you do? You make yourself useful.
Right.
Catch Me If You Can.
Right.
That's a whole movie about that.
Right.
Like, nigga, once you get caught, what do you do? Well, you're like, well, nigga, all right, well, I have a skill.
Ooh, so what does she know?
Something crazy.
That only she can do.
Something crazy. She probably got something on China.
Right. Ooh.
You think some big time, what's his name? Xing Wang? In their president named Shang Wang. He dropped a Netflix special. The president of China just dropped a Netflix special. Shang Wang. That nigga for sure has been to Jeffrey Epstein's island. Shang Wang. He's been to Jeffrey Epstein's island. That nigga is busy opening for Ali Wong and going to the Ep Island.
Yeah. Maybe she just like, look, I have all these foreign names. I keep yours a secret. I give you these names.
You protect me.
Yeah.
And you protect me. Nobody fucking kills me.
Right.
Like, I don't want, and they're like, what do you mean? And they're like, what do you mean nobody kills you? You're like, hey, I don't want Will Smith and Bill Clinton's people killing me. You know exactly what I mean. And they're like, God, this bitch knows everything. You know, this bitch knows everything.
Right, and I'll give you information as I see fit.
About Shang Wang.
Yeah, about Shang Wang. About Netflix's own Shang Wang.
What's their president's name, though? You know what I'm talking about. Xing Jingling.
Yeah.
I'm going to get shot in the head.
Yeah.
What is it?
What is it? Xi Jinping.
You know what? You sound goofier than I sound. You said his real name, and it sounds goofier.
Yeah, well, guess who's going to be alive in a week?
That's true. They're listening on all these devices.
Yeah. Oh, God, yeah. We're on TikTok. They know. They know everything.
But damn, bro. So, yeah, Xing Jingling. I think she saw him fuck a couple kids and a couple other people.
Right.
Because why wouldn't Epstein do business with those niggas?
Yeah, right.
They would do, and why wouldn't they do business with him?
Hey, kid fucking knows no borders.
And
like doctors.
Yeah, and you know what else too? I think when you're
borders.
That's true. That's good. I don't like that. But also, I'm thinking too. We're talking about billionaires. We're talking about the people who, and not just like a billionaire like how Jay-Z and Beyonce are billionaires. Like, like they're billionaires, and that's awesome, right? But like, then there's other billionaires who is like, bruh, They look at like Oprah and them and like, oh,
Yeah.
oh, cute. Oh, you got like 4 billion.
Yeah.
Oh, you got like 10 billion. Oh, congrats.
You're right.
Talk to me when you have 100 billion in your kid's account.
Right. Oof.
You know what I'm saying? Like, talk to me when they don't even know how much money you have.
Oof.
Like when they think they're like, oh, Jeff Bezos is the richest person, and it's like, bro, who knows? Because whoever the real richest person is,
No one knows.
No one fucking knows.
No one knows.
He don't know.
Yeah. That's the point.
No one knows. Like they're all just fucking swimming in. But yeah, they look at like certain billionaires and it's like, oh, adorable, and then millionaires like even cuter.
Right.
You know, and then they don't think poor people exist. They've heard of them, but it's like every time you
Yeah.
talk to one of those billionaires, they're like, they're not real.
Yeah. What is it? There's millionaires. There's me. There's billionaires. There's millionaires, and then there's scum. That's how.
But my point is, a guy like Jeffrey Epstein, you're playing with powers like that, right?
Right.
Where like you're giving fantasy islands to presidents.
Okay.
Hold on. Let me just finish this thought. You're giving fantasy islands to presidents.
Right.
I would not think it's far fetched that you are also wheeling and dealing in other things like selling information, and I'm talking about big, real like codes, nuclear things, like things that it's like, wow, it's crazy he has his hand in this kind of shit.
Right. Yes, but that begs to differ. He had the same information that Ghislaine would have. You would think he knows that Xi Jinping
Fucks kids.
Yeah, is using his dingaling.
And you're using that to get information on him and use it for
Yeah.
access
So like,
to
why
codes.
why does he die then?
Because I think I think all that Ghislaine just knew a little more. I think if you're alive, maybe you knew something else. There's what do you think? There's got to be a reason. There's always a reason for everything. It's not an accident. She's alive.
Yeah.
It's not an accident. So what's the reason?
Yeah, I don't know. The only thing that makes sense is that she cut a deal as okay.
But who is protecting her?
Well, I guess we have to do some investigative journalism and find out.
Yeah.
That's the only way. That's the only thing we can do. We have to go and get an interview with Ghislaine and talk and.
Spotlight it.
Yeah.
You want to quit comedy and do that?
Yeah, I'm sure nothing bad will happen to us if we try to uncover a pedophile ring.
You know what's
at the
funny? That
highest
sounds like
level of-
more fun than comedy sometimes.
Maybe yeah, but
And then but then there'd be days where we're so deep into it and we felt like we got nowhere. And I'd be like, oh, I miss just doing stand up.
yeah. And then at the end of the end of the long tunnel of all of this is the government murdering you.
Or how about this? How about let's say you're the lucky one, right? We're the lucky ones. We go uncover this pedophile ring, and we do. The government doesn't murder us, and we bring down the biggest pedophile ring, biggest pedophile conspiracy with all the most famous names and most famous politicians around the world. We do that, me and you.
Yeah.
Priests, we take it all down. You know what's going to happen tomorrow? Some kids are still going to get fucked.
Right.
The next day after we did that.
Right.
Because kids getting fucked, like we've said a million times on this podcast.
Yes. Pretty much the really the motto of this podcast.
And really what we all know is the greatest thing on earth.
Yes, we've talked about this as well.
We know that. So that's what the real devastation would be about that. It's like, damn, even if we brought it all down, right? We did it.
It would just come back up.
It'll just keep happening.
Right.
It's fucking kids.
Right.
Two things you can't stop, bro. The NFL and kid fucking.
You could probably stop the NFL way easier than you could.
No, not anymore. That train has left the station. That train has left the station,
I will say
NFL makes too much money.
I will say kid fucking will be around long after the NFL.
Bro, the Cowboys are worth more than any soccer team. That lets you know.
I know.
Cowboys are only in America.
I know.
Soccer's the whole world. But yet the Cowboys are worth the most.
I would think kid fucking lasts longer than soccer.
Damn it, soccer's gonna last.
Yeah, soccer's
it's the easiest sport to play out of all the sports.
Out of all the sports. And there's no way kid fucking doesn't outlast soccer.
I think that's why Americans don't really respect soccer at all, because it's the easiest sport to play out of all. Like, it's the easiest access to. Like, any poor person can play it.
Right. And God forbid that we let them enjoy stuff. God forbid poor people have fun. Not in my country.
Oh my God, we're so stupid, bro. We talk this long. Guys, the only reason we're even doing this podcast, we're only doing it for one fucking reason.
Yeah.
We have a show coming up.
Yeah.
Why didn't we plug that? The first words out of our mouth, right? Obviously.
Yeah.
Obviously. What's wrong with us?
We always do this.
Every time. We don't know how to do podcasts.
Yeah.
Sam, again, talking without a microphone,
Yeah.
like anyone can hear, like anyone's, I don't know, what, she knows the rules. She keeps breaking them. That's why we love her. Guys, again, I didn't plug the show.
Right.
After all that,
Yeah.
you haven't just said the date and time either.
No. October 8th, 10 p.m., Vulcan Gas Company, solid comedy show. Be there or be not solid, bitch.
Ooh,
Nice.
you're going to be a fucking liquid. You hear that?
Yeah.
Or a gas.
Or a gas. Yeah. Or
Gaseous state.
plasma.
Hey, bro, don't call him that.
Plasma.
Don't go there. Don't call nobody plasma. Dog. I don't give plasma respect. To me, plasma is like how wise a vowel. Get out of here. Get out of here, dude. We don't need you. All right? You're not a vowel. You're just Y. You're just on some words.
Right.
Just be happy about that. Like even the word your, if like how many vowels are in your, I'd be like 2 and Y.
Yeah.
That's how I'd feel about it.
No, everyone would just say 2.
Actually 3, because your could have an E in it.
Oh, could. Oh, wow.
So it could be 3 OUE with the Y. So
With the
technically,
Y.
it'd be
3.5?
3 with a technically 4.
3.5.
3.5.
So yeah, so if you're over under on vowels on the word your was 3.5, you'd be in a tough spot. It'd be a hard bet
Yeah.
because you don't know what Vegas would count Y as, a vowel. Or
Well, Y is a vowel.
no, sometimes Y.
That's
sometimes
what
Y.
makes it a vowel.
Yeah, but sometimes it's not a vowel. Sometimes it's a consonant.
That's like saying, Derek, you're sometimes black.
It's actually being used.
Yeah.
No,
it's
no,
like-
you
it's
can't
like-
sometimes
it's
be
like-
anything.
No, it's
If
like,
you're sometimes a thing, that means you're all the time that thing.
no.
Do we need to go over the definitions of things?
No, I think so some things can have a conditional definition.
I mean, I'm sure that's true because that word exists as well.
yeah. So,
And that's literally my argument.
yeah.
But hold on. No, I guess you're right because you're in that.
Y is definitely consonant.
In that, it's not a vowel.
It's not a vowel. But in spy, it's a vowel. And basically, Y.
Damn, bro, inspired is a vowel.
Y is a vowel
When it needs to be. It's so
when it needs
stupid.
when there's no other vowels. That's when Y is the vowel.
Yo, what a way to get out of it. Whoever made the alphabet.
Yeah.
It was just like a last minute like, yo, I fucked up. I gotta fix this.
Yeah.
I gotta
It was a good
autocorrect.
fix. Good fix. Jimmy Rick did a little bit. Oh, Y is sometimes a vowel. Nice. All right. It's like a hairpin sticking out of the alphabet. Gum.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All that being said, guys, October 8th, solid comedy show. It's downtown Austin, Texas, 10 p.m. At the Vulcan Gas Company. Bring that ass, man. It's the best show ever. Me and Ehsan co-host together. We go up and do stand-up at the end as well. We have special guests every week. Last time we had Brian Simpson. We've had John Rudnitsky from SNL. We've had Craig Conant from everything. We've had Jason Shinney, who's going to be, all these names are people who are going to be the biggest comics in the world. Brian's clearly on his way to be, but Craig and Jason are going to be humongous.
Right.
We've had Alingna Mitra on.
Yeah.
Genevieve, who's going to be one of the biggest comics in the world one day. So it's like, it's a thing.
Right.
It's a thing. And the special guests we got for the next one are pretty fucking amazing. So if you are in the Austin area, come out. Also, if you're in the Dallas area, if you're in the Addison area, if you're in the Fort Worth area, I will be at the Fort Worth Hyenas with Ahmad, with Sam Lopez. Your boy's headlining, featuring Sam's hosting. That's literally one of the best shows you can get. I guarantee you that. We'll be in the Red Room at the Hyenas Comedy Club October 14th. That's a Friday, 7:30. If you're in the Fort Worth, Dallas, or Addison area, please come out. Be Mafia. If you fuck with your boy, you got to come out, dog.
Bean.
You got to beam, bro. You got to come out and show love. So, and there's a lot of you from the Dallas area. There's a lot of you from the Austin area. So come out, come to the shows. Fucking let's go. Bob,
Yes.
thanks for coming over, buddy.
Thanks for having me.
You were gone a long time, man.
I was gone a very long time.
How many things did you do?
At least 2.
No, you opened for like 15 people in a row.
Yeah, I did a lot. I did open for Brian, San Francisco Punchline for a whole weekend.
Yep.
Then was just around San Francisco doing spots for like 2 weeks. That was dope. And then I opened for Leah.
And then
And
you opened
you
then you opened for Miss Pat.
I opened
You
for
had a
Miss Pat.
crazy run.
Well, that was here. But the
But I'm
run,
saying, I'm thinking about, I'm
so
talking about the whole lately. And you were open for Sam Morril.
Oh, I opened
They
for
haven't
Sam
seen you
Morril.
since I dislocated my finger.
Oh, right.
It's been a while since
It's
they've
been a
seen
while. Yeah, Sam Morril, Miss Pat, Ahmad Weinberg.
Ahmed Weinberg,
Yeah, and then I feel like I'm missing one.
Dalia,
Oh, Brian again.
and
I did
Brian again.
Twice. Yeah,
And
I
you're
did
about to do Brian
twice.
this weekend in Pittsburgh.
Yeah, I'm about to do Brian this
Pittsburgh,
weekend.
because this will be out tomorrow. Pittsburgh Be Mafia. If you want to go see Ehsan,
Oh, yeah.
Uh,
Feature for Brian Simpson.
feature for Brian Simpson is that at the where?
Pittsburgh Improv.
Pittsburgh Improv. That is literally this weekend because this will come out tomorrow. So that is Tomorrow, Thursday.
Yeah.
2 shows Friday, 2 shows Saturday,
And 1 show Sunday.
And 1 show Sunday.
Yeah.
So that's all this weekend. Pittsburgh Bean Mafia. Go come out, see our boy. Let him know you heard the pod. Come show some love. But yeah, so you're like a crazy run though. That's like insane. All those headlines. Those are all like the biggest headliners in the game.
Yeah. There's seven out of 8 weekends.
With the biggest names though.
Some of the biggest names. Yeah, it was pretty dope. It was pretty dope.
Insane,
a lot of good time. A lot of like, man, just doing the theaters.
What was your favorite of the weekends
Favorite of the weekend?
so far?
My favorite individual show I think might have been the Bob Hope Theater in Stockton. I think the best weekend probably in that was Addison with Brian.
So the Bob Hope Theater with D'Elia.
Yeah.
But the best weekend was Addison with Brian and Sam.
Yes.
Damn, that sounds fun as fuck.
Yeah, that was right. That room is.
We've done that, and that was
fire.
your second time doing that.
That was
Room.
my second time doing that. Yeah.
You can go back and find an old episode where we did it with Shop. I'm sure if you go back and find it, you can find it.
Yeah. So it's back there
one
somewhere.
of those. It's one of those movies I'm talking to us on.
Right.
Where we're literally either about to go to Addison, and then the next one we're coming back.
Yeah, it's probably around early November of 2019. That's
Wow,
when
good point.
that is. Okay.
Yeah, so it's been a couple years, and then you did that one. So yeah, bro, I just wanted to brag about you for a minute, man. You were on a hot streak. Dog.
Yeah,
I'm happy
it
for
was
you.
nice. It was very nice. It was very nice. It felt good.
Do you have anything after Hyenas?
As of right now, no. I got nothing after Hyenas. I'm trying to open for Annie in San Jose, but time will tell. Putting that in the universe now.
Putting in the universe, B Mafia.
Yeah. Put it in the universe.
Dude, well, that's our episode, guys.
Yeah.
Thanks for coming. It's been a really good one.
Promo show.
This is just for promo.
Yeah.
And I really wanted to talk about Jeffrey Epstein.
Right.
And just like,
We have enough hasn't been said about him.
It's true. Bob, you are the essence of Spoil the Beans.
Yes.
You are the co-creator of this.
Yes.
Nobody hasn't seen a movie like you.
Right. So
if that makes sense.
That makes sense. It's a crazy sentence.
Nobody hasn't seen a movie quite like you because
Right.
I love doing it with Sam. I love doing it with Jeffrey, but they have seen most movies. So you are the real essence of the problem in America.
Oh, I'm the problem with America.
And yeah. And we are glad to have you, buddy.
Right.
And there's nothing I love more than telling you a movie. Are you ready?
Yes.
Well, before we get started, can you do me a favor?
Yes.
You can?
Yes.
That's nice of you.
Yeah, even though you call me the problem in America, I can do you a favor.
That's like legit cool of you.
Yeah, that's pretty cool, right?
I mean, yeah.
Yeah. Maybe I'm not the fucking problem.
Okay, now it's a little aggressive.
Yeah.
Well,
Fucking
oh,
call me a problem in America. I'll fucking shoot up a school.
you think that's funny?
Yeah,
You think that's funny? You think that's giggly little girl time?
Yeah.
That's what you think? Psycho. Well, while you're being a psycho, hey, you watch that new Dahmer show?
I haven't yet. I'm gonna watch it in Pittsburgh.
I've heard it's like really hot and sexy.
Yeah.
Those are like all the things I've heard about is how hot and sexy
Yeah.
it is. And then I've also heard how the family is like, please stop
Stop
talking.
doing this. But unfortunately, higher opening weekend than Squid Game. So unfortunately for that family, they're not gonna stop talking about it. Yeah.
No.
Hey, also Koreans, suck it. We're back. It only took a brutal serial killing of
Oh no, it's
many
bigger
young men.
Oh, these people are real people with families.
Right. It's bigger than Squid Game. A fake show.
Because with Squid Games being the biggest show, and it's like, oh, it's fucked up. It's like, yeah, but that's art. It's supposed to be fucked. It's art. It can be whatever it wants to be. The Dahmer show is not art, dog. I mean, yeah, it's art, but you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Those are real names. Those are real names.
And real families.
And real people you're portraying.
And real people that the police didn't, real crimes the police didn't investigate.
Did investigate and fucked up on, like
Yeah,
went to
yeah.
the house and were like, it stinks in here and
Yeah.
left. They went to the house and were like, your house stinks. And they left. You know, the police in Wisconsin.
Yeah, like, ugh, smells like gay in here, I guess.
Put on some pants, queer, and left. And it's
Yeah,
like,
yeah, it's
there's
like-
a fucking head in the freezer.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like,
And it's also now the number. You know what's crazy? If the cops had investigated that properly, it wouldn't be the number one show on Netflix today. Isn't that fucking wild? Isn't that fucking wild? Is if the cops did their jobs, this wouldn't be the number one show on Netflix.
no,
and it
that's
would still
like
be Squid Game.
the beginning of every. I mean, that's the beginning. Dear Zachary, your dad died in Iwo Jima.
Yeah,
That
yeah,
documentary.
yeah.
That's what that whole thing's about. Is
Right,
how
right.
police are just the worst.
it's just-
And I don't even think that. I love police. Like I genuinely think that's like the hardest, toughest job, bro.
right.
And
Yeah.
a lot of them are like really regular guys who are just like absolutely trying their best, like any good person.
Right.
And then, damn, bro, doesn't mean they're not stupid though.
Right.
That's why it sucks to be police though, because there's so many things that go on with crime, and that's why all firefighters to me are retarded people. Oh, water on fire! Water! You're not worried about the fire like befriending you and stabbing you in your back later and setting you up. The fire's not gonna fucking go kill your family. Like go back across town and kill your family while you're fighting it. You know what I mean? Like. It's a different thing, crime. So there's like, it's funny that because we do go like, oh, they're so stupid. How did they not get caught? And it's like, well, criminals are smart.
Right.
And they're really good.
Right.
But not all the time. Like that lady who just randomly killed a guy and then killed her kid in the Dear Zachary letter.
Oh,
to
yeah,
Jim.
yeah.
That was not a smart criminal.
No, just the cops let him get away with it.
And the judge. And the judge was
and
the
the
worst
judge.
person ever.
Right, and this one, the cops let him get away with it.
But there's other times where it's like, I mean, no, you were dealing with like a very savvy person.
Right, right,
Like a Pablo Escobar shit.
right. And who who was to say Dahmer wasn't savvy? He was gay in a time when it was weird to be gay.
No, what do you mean who's to say he wasn't savvy? Clearly he was savvy.
Yeah.
Clearly he was savvy. I mean, you don't eat 18 people and your fucking water goes on fire. You see, he wasn't a firefighter. Those idiots.
What is this tank? What the fuck is this? What?
This is my new take. All firefighters are fucking retarded.
Dahmer smart firefighter.
Yeah, all firefighters, bro. They are the world's biggest heroes, but they're also the world's biggest idiots. That should be their slogan.
What's to fight fire? You ever seen fire? That shit's scary.
I know, but I'm just talking about how easy it is.
Yeah.
It ain't like I'm being a police officer. I think a police officer is way more brave. Not way more brave. It's just harder.
Interesting.
And it's harder mentally, bro. It's harder mentally. There's more going. There's so many more variables. With fire, I'm sure there's a firefighter listening to this, like fucking shitting fire out of his asshole because he's an idiot and he doesn't know how to shit regular poop. You know, like. But do you feel this? I feel like it's hard. What do you think is harder to be, a firefighter or police officer?
I don't know.
You have to pick one.
Probably definitely police officer. I would say police officer. Just because if you get in a situation where you're in like a shootout.
There's so many more variables.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. You could just on a routine traffic stop, someone can just shoot you.
Yeah.
Right.
Drug dealer, like trying to catch a drug, like all that stuff is like there's so many things.
Yeah. Oh, there's so many pesky black people around. You know what I mean? There's so many. If you're a cop, you know what you got. You know how it is. So many. So definitely cop.
It's true. The fire's never like, oh shit, this fire's black. It's not a red one, it's a black one. Shoot it. You know what's crazy? If fire was different colors, we'd start seeing some discrimination.
Yeah, we would.
Like, oh bro, they're real slow on brown and black fires. I noticed that.
No, they're really fast at putting out brown and black fires.
Yeah.
They're like super fast at putting those out.
They don't want those to spread. Spread their propaganda. Ehsan, can you do me a favor?
What?
You still don't mind doing it after all that Dahmer talk?
After your hot takes on firefighters.
Well, you had hot takes on Dahmer. You were like calling him a hero and shit, saying he's better than firefighters.
Hold on, I didn't. Whoa, that was
you think I just got to that?
I said nothing.
How did I get there then? Exactly. You
Look.
fucking said Jeffrey Dahmer is a better person than everyone who died in 9/11.
Look.
You said that.
Look. All I'm saying is that the fact that you got the biggest ratings on Netflix ever means you're kind of a hero.
You're right. Gung Joon-ho from Squid Games was a hero. People dressed like him for Halloween.
Yeah, exactly. And people will absolutely be dressing like Dahmer for Halloween.
What, a hot piece of ass?
Yeah,
You have the glasses on.
I do have very Dahmerish glasses.
Those are, it looks like you got them after this.
Yeah.
It looks like you're in on the hype.
You think if Dahmer was
The new Tiger King?
Do you think if Dahmer was black, people would be like, "What the?" You know, who would be the most? Who? Okay.
No, if Dahmer was black,
Who would be the most mad if Dahmer was black? The people who hate the fact that the Little Mermaid is black or black people? Who'd be more mad? Like, why the fuck did you make Dahmer black? Or like,
Oh, you mean like
black?
they just make him black on the show?
Yeah, you make him black.
Oh, that's fire. Oh, bro, now we're talking.
Yeah. Who'd be more mad? That's a tough one, right?
Who'd be more mad? I think white people.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I think a lot of black people would be like, "What's the show about? I'm not watching that shit."
Yeah. Okay, you're right.
I mean, a lot
you're
of
right.
people just hear like, "Wait, what's that about?"
Yeah.
I think I'm not watching that.
Okay, that's fair.
But if he was black, if they just made him black, I think. Then again, I mean, a lot of woke black people would complain just because it'd be like, "Yo, how awesome is it that they're just giving out roles like this now?" Which is what I would want. What I don't like is when something's already been made and then they're continuing the world and then they throw black people in.
Right.
That's a very specific thing to be mad at, and I don't think people are getting that.
Right.
When people complain about Lord of the Rings and Game of Thrones, they're not complaining because there's black people in it.
Yeah.
They're complaining because, hey, what is the world you created already then?
Yeah, it's a very specific world.
So now what are we doing? Whereas like, no, you just making Dahmer black and it's like, okay, this is dope. It's like it's just whatever. It's like, okay, I know he was white. But
Oh, it's like that movie. It's like that movie you did earlier where the Superman kid was a villain or whatever, Brightburn or whatever the fuck.
I did it. Yeah, I did it yesterday, last episode.
Yeah. It's like that. You have to look at it like, oh, Black Dahmer, different thing.
It's just
Then it'd be like Jeffrey Dahmer, vampire killer, and then it'd be that, and then it'd be like, there could be a whole Jeffrey.
But that's a
Dahmer
great
universe.
example. When I watch Brightburn, I know it's about Superman, but I know this isn't Superman.
Right.
I'm smart enough to get like, oh, this is the story of Superman, and they changed it a little bit.
Right.
I mean, it's very. Have you seen that movie?
No.
Oh, dude, it's crazy.
I'd imagine.
Want me to tell it to you?
No. Aren't we supposed to get to the movie right now?
You won't do me a fucking favor.
What's the favor?
Hold up, though. I just wanted to put on record that the last time I asked you to do the favor, you started talking about Dahmer again. You did that, not me. I just want that on record, so don't give me no fucking attitude, dog.
All right. What's the favor?
I don't remember. Baba, can you tell me something?
Right.
Can you tell me what happens in a movie? What you think happens in a movie that you've never seen before?
Right.
And then I'll tell you the whole movie after?
Okay.
What happens in All Dogs Go to Heaven?
Oh. Is this you know what this is? This is one of those movies where it's like it's not a single narrative. It just switches around, like Secret Life of Pets almost. But it's like about these dogs dying, their journey to heaven.
Oh my God. Hold on. It's some Pulp Fiction shit. Like it's like everybody has their own story.
Yeah, everyone has their own story. You see, some of them come from a loving family, and some of them are, live on the streets.
Damn, wait, so this is your movie. So how does okay, go ahead.
And they all sort of interact at a certain point. It's not like one bad guy. You know what I mean? They're all just like their different stories bump into each other.
You know they made 3 of these.
I stand by my guess.
Oh, so they're all like all 3 movies are like True Detective. It's just
Yeah.
different kids, just different each.
Yeah. Anthology.
Okay.
It's an anthology movie.
All Dogs Go to Heaven.
Yeah.
Bro, are you ready for this?
Yes.
I'm about to fuck you up, bro.
Okay.
So we had this movie when I was a kid on VHS.
Okay.
And I don't know if you remember this. Do you remember when Disney movies back then they had the like cool packaging?
Right.
Do you know what I'm talking about though? It was like
Yeah. It had like the VHS was like a giant rectangle.
you already know what I'm talking about. And it was like really cool. The packaging was really nice.
Sometimes they're holographic.
Yes. You know exactly what I'm talking about. That was also really cool. That's what I miss about like DVDs and VHS is touching stuff. Things like that. Because that's what the internet's obviously better because you get it right now.
Yeah, but
There's nothing like touching stuff.
Also, the Netflix posters, they all look bland compared to what.
To what a really cool DVD in your hand or VHS.
Especially those Disney during that time.
Yeah, dude, like that shit was cool, and especially the Disney ones. I'm glad because I was like, oh, I'd have to show you, but I'm glad you already know what I'm talking about. So we had that as a kid. So it was in that, and we had like the whole like all the classics, right? The Toy Stories and all that, like all the Little Mermaid, all the classics.
Right.
Even though we had Babe, and I never watched it, which was so weird. Never watched it until you told it to me that one time. But
I tell you, babe. You told me, babe.
no, you told me Babe, you idiot.
Babe, the pig.
My bad. What am I thinking of?
I don't know what
The deer.
Oh, Bambi.
Yes.
Yeah, this is very.
Yo, Babe and Bambi are so different.
Yeah. Very different. One's a masterpiece and the other one's a masterpiece.
Well, yeah, but one's a comedy, one's a horror, and I'll let you decide.
Because Babe is fun, but also, if you're scared by the fact of pigs talking, it's horrifying.
Well, also, hold on. Fucking Hugo Weaving as the dog with his insane backstory was the craziest thing I've ever heard in any movie.
Yeah.
We're not talking about Babe, goddammit.
Okay.
We had all the classics, Toy Stories, yada yada, right? Lion King, etc. Aladdin, bro. All Dogs Go to Heaven was one of them,
Right.
and I would watch that one as a kid, but nowhere near as much as the other ones, because bro, this movie scared the shit out of me.
Oh, really?
And I talked to Sam about it, and Sam was like, "Yeah, bro, I never watched that one either. We had same cake, same packaging." She said, "I didn't watch that one either because it was just kind of fucking scary." And I go, "Yeah." It was like, why did they make? What was the point on this one?
Yeah.
Are you ready for this?
Yes.
Rewatching this today, bro, I was like, "Who was this for? This movie, bro." You ready?
Yes.
Ehsan Ahmad.
Right. Do you have to do ads?
Nope.
Okay.
Fuck ads. Movie starts.
Okay.
Credits are rolling. Pure silence. Yo, no music. No nothing. Just credits rolling. Silence, nigga. I was watching this morning like, what are you trying to get me to feel?
Yeah, fear. Abject fear.
That's what that is?
Yeah.
I mean, there's a reason they made 3 of these, bro. This was a huge movie. So also, you've heard about it, right?
Right, yeah.
All those, it's a classic.
Right.
And I watched it. I was like, oh, yeah, this is a classic. Jesus, you watch it once, you don't forget. Credits are rolling. You start hearing like, tink, 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 tink. Come on, more to the left. Your other left, you idiot. Tink, 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 tink. Keep coming. Almost through. Tink. Oh, I'm itchy, boss. I'm itchy. Chew. Credits still rolling. You just hear this.
Right. Yeah.
I got dirt on my nose, boss. We see a wiener dog.
Right.
All right? And he's got one of them. He's like in a little narrow space. And he's got the little worker helmet on with the flashlight.
Okay.
All right?
Okay.
And he's like, Charlie, I'm okay. And we see the other dog, our lead, Charlie.
Okay.
Burt Reynolds.
Okay.
That's our lead in this.
Okay.
And he's like a regular dog, like a medium size, like bigger than Buck, Curtis's dog, but nothing like just your basic dog, bro.
Right.
All right. And he goes, the other dog, the wiener dog, goes, Charlie, this is a water main. I know because it's green. And Charlie goes, You're colorblind. What are you talking about? You've always been colorblind. And he goes, yeah, true, but this is green. And he hits it, and all the water goes shooting crazy. And it floods. You see this building get flooded, right?
Right.
And you see the water kind of bust them out the ground.
Right.
And when they bust out the ground, people start shooting at them.
Okay.
Like real bullets, bro.
Is this movie animated?
Yeah.
Okay. So
Yo, you thought this was really Burt Reynolds?
No. But you know how sometimes they have
a dog.
You know how sometimes they have like those real dogs. You know what I mean?
This was 1991, I think.
Okay. That's not far from like a Beethoven.
But hold on, I just wanted to see what you saw. You saw a dog running around and real human beings shooting at this nigga.
Yeah.
Because that's darker than. No wonder I was scared.
Yeah. Well, that's extra dark.
No, animated.
Okay.
That's why I was comparing it to
ask.
Toy Story. But I did say Babe. My bad.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
So your brain might have been.
Yeah, that's not that far off from Babe. Babe was this time.
Yeah, and Babe was kind of scary, but Babe scared me a little bit, but nowhere near as much as this. This scared me more than Babe.
Right. Okay.
As you can see, the opening scene.
Right. They're getting shot at.
All right.
Yeah.
And they're sliding around through the mud, and they escape. You see them finally escape up this hill. The camera pans back. They escape the dog pound. It was like a prison break. It was a prison break.
Okay, and they shot at him.
Bro.
Yeah.
All dogs go to heaven.
Jesus Christ.
You hear the whirr, like the alarm going off.
Yeah.
Like they're gonna look like if this was like they're like working on fire.
Yeah. This fucking city's taxes. I'd be like, yo, what? We're arming our dog catchers.
Hold on, yo, this is the other thing.
I would rather arm the teachers before the dog catchers.
understand. So the dog escapes. You kill it.
Sort of in a
Then
Shawshank
what?
Redemption style. The warden comes in and there's a hole behind the picture.
That's what they did. Because they escaped through like a little crevice.
Yeah, they go through a
Bro, oh
mile
my
and a half
God.
of
They
shit.
should have did the warden dog. Like, looking through. Poster of a hot dog with titties.
Yeah.
Oh
Like
my
8 titties.
God. Bruh. Yeah, I can't believe that. But yeah, yours is way more dark.
Yeah.
All dogs go to heaven.
Right.
The Louisiana Bayou, 1939. That's our
okay.
setting.
Okay.
Right.
Well, you know how they are with the shooty over there. That part down.
We see this ship, all right? Like a kind of abandoned ship,
Right.
right? And like a wooden one.
Right.
And we see these rats racing.
Right.
Like, but racing like how dog racing would be.
Right.
Does that make sense?
Right.
Like gambling.
Okay.
And you see all these dogs
Right.
gambling on rat racing,
Okay.
right? Like there's a cheese thing going around, and they're going like around the whole like mousetrap kind of game thing.
Right.
And they're doing all that, but it's like they're racing each other. And it's like,
Right.
you know, they got numbers on, and it's like, oh, number 5's in the front. Like they're doing that shit.
Right.
Dark. That's dark.
Yeah.
Because Sam was like, yo, that's fucking crazy. And I was
Right.
like, I know, right? This is.
Right. That means there's some dog like, oh man, my family's gonna lose its house.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Oh,
Yeah, and like not coming back to his wife
Yeah,
and like just leaving her.
Oh, they're gonna break my kneecaps.
All 4 of them.
Yeah. Oof. Woof.
So you see all the dogs gambling and shit,
Right.
and you see like a one rat wins, and some dogs cheer. Some dogs, like a couple dogs cheer, all the other dogs are mad. Most of the dogs are mad in the whole building, obviously.
Right.
You see some dogs leaving pissed, saying, yo, this shit's always rigged for the house.
Right.
Something's got to be up. This happens every time. Like, this is bullshit. We see, like you just said, like, how am I go see my wife?
Yeah.
We see people, like this one little dog who did win, like, when he goes up to get his winnings, it's meat. They gamble with food.
Right.
And like the meat he gets back isn't even like that good. Like, you know what I mean? Like you tell like whoever's running this is like they all the dogs are like, yo, somebody's scamming us.
Right.
All right. Next race starts. Another race starts, yada yada. Everybody starts gambling again. Charlie walks in. Everyone stops. You know, the wiener dog is like, hey boss, you think maybe we should leave and come back in? They both laugh. Like, what the fuck's they treating you like that, right? And then you see an old dog walk up. Bro, this is crazy, bro. This is how this movie starts. An old dog walks up and goes, Charlie? Is that you? He's like, yeah, it's me. And everybody's like this. Everybody. It's like 100 dogs here.
Right.
And the old dog goes, ain't you supposed to be on death row?
Oh God, what the fuck did he do?
Yeah, bro, what the fuck is going on?
He killed somebody.
He on death row. Somebody he killed some people.
Yeah.
So he goes, no, I ain't on no death row, man. Who told you that stuff? Man, yada, yada. You know, and then he's like, they start telling him how like, oh, well, since you've been out of jail, you know, this place has kind of been just, you know, you lose here more and everything's kind of going to shit, yada, yada. Since you've been gone. He used to run it. Okay? Well, he starts gambling, and he's like, well, don't worry about me. I'll make sure everybody wins. It's on me tonight. And he throws it down, and he hits, and he wins the whole meat jackpot. And, like, all the meat falls, and all the dogs start cheering and shit. And they're like, Charlie's back. Like, you can tell he's, like, the cool, hip, cool guy. Right. All right? And then he goes, bro, oh, you can't keep a good dog down. It's a musical, bro.
Christ, Disney.
It's a musical.
What? This is actually very dark. This is incredibly dark.
It's a good movie.
Right.
Hour 20 minutes on the money. Like, you know, it's like, oh, it's, like I get why they made 3, and I also get why people were like, oh, but we don't need to talk about it.
Right.
Like, because you rewatch it, and you're like, I don't even know if I want to show anybody this.
Right.
Who wants to see? What kid needs to see this? Oh, you can't. I've seen pain and I've seen hurt, but hey, I'm still around because you can't keep a good dog down. Bro, at one point, like all the dogs are like, preach, brother. They're all cheering, they're singing along, and this nigga goes, this line caught me, bro. He goes, well, hell, I've been bought and I've been sold. I've been warm, I've been cold, but I'll still be running rackets when I'm old.
Dog mafia movie?
Bro, because you can't keep a good dog down. Bow wow, they all start like lifting him up and cheering him on, right? You know, you see them kind of like as they're singing, this nerdy dog is kind of like, you see this nerdy dog, right? Looking dog. And he's kind of getting lost in the shuffle, like, of the song. Like, everybody's kind of pushing him around and he's falling. And he's trying to, like, see what's going on, right? And he sees Charlie's back. Right. You see him run. And you see him go, we follow him now. And he goes, boss, boss. You see him going to, like, clearly some other gangster shit. Right. It's him, boss. He's back. I don't get it. I don't understand. We set him up for good. He's not supposed to be back, boss. He was framed. Yo, Ehsan, I told you, don't play with this movie, dog.
Dude, what the fuck?
You weren't ready for this?
What the fuck? Okay.
He goes, we set him up for good. He's not supposed to be back. And then you see a big dog kind of sitting in the back of a really old school, like, really fancy car, like the cars from Titanic. Right. One of them jobs that they fucked in. Right. And he's sitting in the back of one of those, and he's got a cigar. This big kind of fat dog. And he's smoking, and he's like, wants me to split 50% with him. That's what he's going to want. The nerdy dog goes, should we kill him, boss? No. Killer, we can't kill him. He's a friend. That's no way to handle a friend. And he blows the smoke and he laughs. Yo. So, cut to a little time goes by in the night. Charlie goes to see him. Right. They're partners. They were partners. Well, Charlie doesn't know. Yeah. Charlie comes laughing. Yo, hey, yo, Carface. That's his name. Carface. So, Charlie, it's you. Is it the real you? And you see he gets up. He's an itty bitty dog, bro. He a little itty bitty fat dog.
That's so funny.
He ain't a big dog, bro. He's scary as fuck, but he a little dog.
Yeah. So
but you think he a big dog at first.
Right.
And Charlie's like so much bigger than so Charlie like picks him up and he's like, oh, look at you. And he's like, put me down. He's like, oh, you got to lay off the sweets, man. Mm-hmm. He goes, you know something? Charlie like grabs him and like scrubs his head. You tell Charlie's like the leader. Right? And he goes, I'm proud of you. You kept the business running. He starts to kind of eating snacks. You know the thing you do when you're like it's your place. Right? You kept the business running, look what you've been doing. I'm proud of you. But I've been thinking. I did some thinking while I was in the pound. This place needs a little class, a little culture. Maybe some dancing or something. I don't know. Right. And then he goes, Charlie, times have changed. I changed. You changed. He's I haven't changed, Carface. I don't know what you're talking about. He goes, Charlie, you done time now. That's not good for business. This is a kid's movie. Right. That's not good for business because you did time. Yeah. Oh, you mean truth? Right. You mean true gangster shit? Yeah. Like, we're going to put real true gangster elements in this? And he goes, what do you mean? I was framed. I know, Charlie. And he starts like fake crying. He's like, you're a brother to me. But that's why we got to split up. And he goes, what do you mean? You out of your mind? We can't split up. He goes, Charlie, they're looking for, he's not wrong. Right. He goes, they're looking for you. You know the first place they're going to look is here, which is crazy. Right. So these dog pound people are going to come, talk to these dogs, not arrest them. Because they're looking for these two other dogs who were framed for murder. Yeah. How deep does this go, my nigga? Is the mayor involved?
Yeah, oh, for sure.
The mayor's human. These are humans that they talk about, bro. Yeah. They're not talking about. That's a good point. There's humans in this movie. Oh, that's a good point. We'll get to that. Yeah. You think this is a dog movie, nigga? Yeah. No, this is like, they do base this in a real world. That's what makes it like, whoa. Hold on. Like, imagine if Toy Story was Toy Story, toys and humans, but the toys were running a cocaine mafia.
Yeah, the Corleone family.
Yeah.
Yeah. But just toys. Yeah,
and Woody was like blowing up planes to hide shit, like kill governor, like
narcos.
Yeah, that level of shit, but it's Woody.
Yeah, that's actually really funny.
That's what's happening right here. Also, the animation's kind of dark and scary. Right. Everything's kind of black and like dark blue colors. No bright colors. Okay. All dark colors. Okay. So he goes, the first place they're gonna look is here, and then right then you see the wiener dog, right, and he's outside, like he's hanging out smoking, or he's not smoking, he's hanging out chilling like by the dock, and he overhears some other gangster dogs talking, and they're talking about Carface, and how they're gonna like, come on, let's go. We gotta go kill Charlie.
Right.
Like that's what they're gonna do. And he overhears it, and he's like, oh, Charlie, they're gonna kill you, right? And he starts running, trying to find him.
Right.
You know, the Carface dog says, "How about this? We make this deal, Charlie. I'll send you somewhere. I'll send you somewhere proper. You can take all 50%. It's all yours anyway. We built it together. 50% of the steaks." 50%, and like he takes them in this big meat freezer, and it's like all meat, right?
Right.
And he's like, "Hey, you'll set up somewhere so that way you can start your own gambling casino, and you'll be fine. And then we'll have 2 properties, me and you."
Right.
And he goes, "That sounded pretty good. That's a deal. Like, right? Like, what's gonna be better than that?
Right.
Like, all right, Carface, you're right. You know." And then they laugh and they hug and they shake.
Okay.
All right. He goes, Carface goes, "Let's go celebrate, my nigga." They go to Mardi Gras. It's in Louisiana, in the bayou. Sam just said what? Sorry, Sam's talking again.
Yeah.
They go to Mardi Gras, bro, and you see real hot human bitches, big titties, people doing the thing, beads going everywhere, partying.
Damn.
This movie's, you gotta watch this, bro. This is a crazy fucking movie. It's free on YouTube, by the way.
Okay. Oh, really?
So his wiener friend is running off, looking for him. Charlie, like he knows they're setting him up, right? They're setting him up. What am I talking about? He goes, the Carface dog goes, "I think I speak," all his gangster dogs are there. "I speak for every dog here when we wish our friend Charlie the best of luck opening his own casino on the other part of town," right? And everybody's like, "Yeah." And they go, "And for all your work and things you put in, we gift you, Charlie, this gold watch." And they hold it up and it's silver, but they're colorblind.
Oh, right.
You know?
These random jokes everywhere.
Yeah, so he's looking at it and he's like, "This gold watch." And it's clearly silver, right?
Yeah.
And they go, he goes, "Killer, why don't you take Charlie out back for his big surprise?" Which is like, well, Charlie, you should have heard the way he said surprise.
Yeah. Out
Right?
back? Killer?
Take Killer. Yo, Ehsan, I say, hey, Sam, take Ehsan out back for his big surprise.
Yeah.
How much are you not going out back?
Yeah, I'd be like, I'm good.
And Sam's name's Killer. And I go, "Killer, take Ehsan out back for his big surprise." I really emphasize surprise.
Yeah. I'm good.
Charlie's also drunk, though. He's drunk. They take him outside, and he's like, "I love you guys," you know?
Yeah.
And they take him to the dock, and he's singing, "You can't keep a good dog down." Like he's drunk. And they they put a thing over his eyes, and they go, "No peeking, Charlie. Stay here. Don't peek." And he's like, "All right, boys.
Right.
Oh, you guys are so good to me. I can't believe you guys." And they leave him there, and they go up this ramp, and the car is parked on top. Nigga, they take the parking brake off. This is that dark. It's dark. He's still down there drunkenly singing, "You can't keep a good dog down."
Right.
They take the parking brake off. They push the car. It goes down the ramp full speed. "You can't keep a good dog down." The wiener dog gets there at the last second. "Charlie!" You see the car, and you see you hear it. You hear it. The wiener dog looks away because he sees it, and like he looks, and then you see the dog like flying. Not the dog. You see the car that hit him flying into the water and like sinking. So you know what happened, bro. The next scene, I shit you not. Fades to black. You see Charlie going through a vortex, flying through dimensions. I don't even remember that part. I was like,
"What the fuck?"
They let you know, like, "Hey, this nigga's dead." And they let you
Charlie Brazzi sleeps with the fishes.
Charlie Brazzi sleeps with the fishes tonight. Yo, he really died.
Wow.
They're like, "Hey, he dead, bro. He going through dimensions right now.
Yeah.
He's flying through different portals and shit."
In a crazy way.
He's screaming. He gets all the way up to heaven to the pearly gates.
Okay.
"Where am I?" And you see this beautiful dog come down, and she's like pink, and she's like, "This is the great hall of judgment, Charlie." And he gets nervous, and she's like, "Oh, don't worry. This is heaven, and all dogs go to heaven because all dogs are good and loyal." And he goes, "Well, ain't that the truth?" Right? And then she starts singing, "Eat and do whatever you wish. Everything here is just like a heavenly dish. We keep it 73 degrees and everything's soft." Like it's perfect for a dog, you know? Right. "There's no rat race because you'll never be lost. Welcome to being dead." And he goes, "What? I'm fucking dead?" "No, I was murdered." Carface, he killed me. I don't want to die. You got the wrong guy. Bro, this is a musical. Don't you forget that. And then he starts singing about what happened to him, and he's like, can I speak to a superior? And she's like, no.
Yeah.
And they put wings on him and a halo, and he's like, my time isn't up. And she goes, oh, yes, it is. He goes, no, come on. Murdered in the prime of my life? That's not fair. Oh, Carface, I'll kill him. And then he goes through a part of heaven, and it's all these watches. Bro, even this scene is scary. It's millions and millions of watches.
Right.
And he's like, what's this? Like, what's all this? And she's like, oh, this is everyone. See this right here? And she points at this beautiful gold watch.
Right.
This is your life, Charlie. Everyone's life is just ticking. Bro, that shit. I'm watching it as a kid. It fucked me up. I always thought that scene. I don't know, and I didn't know why too. I was just like, this is weird.
Right.
And now I know, like, oh, because that's fucking crazy to show human existence like that.
Yeah.
Like, cause bro, everyone's clock stops and start. Like, you see all these clocks ticking.
Right.
And it's like, oh, all of them are gonna stop at some point.
Right.
And then she points at his clock stopped.
Stop.
And he's like, well, can't you just wind it up? And she goes, oh, no. No one's allowed to go back. And she goes, all right, put your paw here. He goes, what am I doing that for? She's like, oh, for our personal records that you're here, yada, yada. And he goes, and he doesn't do it. And then she tells him, like, oh, you know, you're going to love it here and all that. He goes, well, I think I do love it here. I mean, it is beautiful and everything is soft. And then she goes, yeah, and your whole life, every single thing is already done and everything else is planned out the rest of the way. And then she shows him, like, the book of his life that everything's going to be. And he goes, wait, so there's no more surprises? And she goes, no, there's no surprises here. He goes, really? There's no surprises? And she goes, no. He goes, well, how about let's dance? And she goes, okay. Like, she's not surprised by that.
Right.
He's like, and then he starts dancing with her. And he tells her how he loves this and it's all great, but he hates how everything's planned. That's not how he lives his life. Right. And he starts singing about, I need adventure and danger. And then he goes, maybe some love from a stranger.
You get it, Charlie? So what, is this movie about how he takes on the bureaucracy of heaven?
Kind of sounds like it now.
Yeah, it does. That's what this sounds like.
And it's a little very sexual, that scene. Like.
Yeah, well, yeah, definitely. He's trying to fuck this pink dog.
And he goes, love from a stranger, just let me be surprised. Right. And he starts singing about like how it's fun to not know what's gonna come, and it's fun to guess what's gonna happen in life. And then he goes, oh, ain't that what makes it great? When fate makes you wait, when the world feels mirthless, hell, you feel worthless, and suddenly there's a bone on your plate. Bro, that shit hit home. Because that's like real, nigga. Like, damn, that is what he's like. Because like, if you already knew all that was going to happen, it wouldn't feel good.
Right.
You would feel, you know what I mean? Like, bro, that's the
how
best
life
part.
Works sometimes when you're at your low, all of a sudden there's,
You get a win, bro. And now but imagine that if you
just knew it.
You wouldn't feel anything. You wouldn't give a shit. If I just knew that,
if I knew what everything was predetermined.
Bro, Hassan, in like 4 months, you knew that, like, you already knew you were going to get SNL or whatever, or just some cool shit in 4 months. Right. 4 months, you know for a fact that you're going to be in this huge movie. Well, now when you get it, you're like,
who gives a shit?
You're like playing like it's a whole. You can't even celebrate it.
Right.
So, while he's singing this song, he goes back and he steals his gold watch, and he keeps singing to her, and then he sings how like she, because she's like, oh, she's never been surprised. She's been up. This is where she, she's always been a heavenly dog, I guess.
Right.
She's never, just I guess an angel dog.
Right.
And he sings about, oh, well, that's all gonna change in about 3 seconds. And then she's like, what are you doing, Charlie? And he goes, oh, she's like, what's behind your back? And he's like, oh, don't mind me. And she goes, Charlie, what is that behind your back? And he goes, oh, don't mind me. In 3 seconds, your whole world's going to change, right? And she's like, Charlie? And she notices it. She's like, Charlie, don't you wind that watch. Charlie, don't wind. And she's like really screaming, bro. It's like visceral. Right. Don't wind the watch, Charlie. And he goes, you're going to be surprised. And he does it, and he flies back through the vortex. Yeah. As she's screaming, you hear her, and it fades away. She goes, you can never come back. Oof. He lands. He's back in the water. He comes out the water. He throws up a bunch of water because, he's been dead.
Yeah.
He's been a dog dead in the water.
Right.
So he throws up a bunch of water. They needed to show us that. And he has the gold watch around his neck, and it's ticking, right? And he's like looking at it, and he opens it, and he hears, You can never come back. And he closed it, and he's like, he laughs it off. Like,
Jesus.
why would I want to go back?
Yeah.
This movie, dog.
That's like really deep and like,
Starts raining really hard. You see his friend Itchy's just crying, wailing, having a bad dream.
Right.
Charlie, right? Charlie wakes him up, and he looks at him, and he's like, Charlie? He goes, yeah, it's me, buddy. Charlie, it's you. Like he realizes, like, what the fuck? And he starts running away from him. He's like, you're a ghost.
Right.
A ghost. Don't hurt me, ghost. He goes, I'm not a ghost. He goes, you're dead. He goes, I'm not dead. And he grabs him. He's like, be quiet. Look at me. And he like shows him some fleas. He's like, do ghosts have fleas?
Right.
And he's like, no. Like he knows that shit, bro, which is really funny. Like that shit made me laugh.
Ghost fleas.
Yeah, he's like,
Oh my God.
Yeah. He's like, no. He goes, but Charlie, I saw the car. I saw you land in the river. I saw your body.
Right.
Which is crazy for him to say.
Right.
And he laughs. He goes, what can I say? It wasn't my time. And he flicks the watch, right? And he starts talking about Carface, and I'm gonna make him pay. That son of a bitch. I can't believe what he did to me. I mean, yeah, leave for a little bit, and he makes the operation bigger, and it grew, but it's still, like I can run it better than him, and he doesn't know what he's doing, yada yada. Itchy's like, yo, I'm glad you're back. Fuck Carface. Let's get out of here.
Clearly, Carface is not trying to be around you at all.
Yeah, like let's get out of here.
You
dog.
have a second lease on life. Get the fuck out of here.
That's what he says. He says you have a second. He pretty much says that you have a second lease on life.
A second leash on life.
Oh, bow wow wow, hippie yo, yippee yay, bow wow, yippee yo, yippee yay. That's what that is. So he was like, let's go open our own track,
Right.
right? And he's like, no, I'm gonna make him beg for mercy. Fuck that. He goes, but he has thugs, man. And he goes, and not only that, but he has that monster in his basement. And he goes, what? He goes, yeah, you ever heard that he keeps something in his basement? He feeds it, a monster. And he goes, a monster, right? Cut to. They're sneaking in a vent. Itchy's like, we're going to die.
Right.
We're going to die, boss. Oh, my God, we're going to die. And they stop, and they look through a vent, and they see this big monster thing wrapped in all these clothes, right? And it's huge. And then all the clothes kind of fall off, and it's a little itty-bitty cute girl.
Okay.
Human girl.
Okay.
All right?
Okay.
She's so cute.
Okay.
Like, we're talking like 6 years old, 7 years old.
Okay.
All right? And they're like, what the fuck? They can't believe it.
Right.
Carface comes down the steps. You hear him coming down. And he's like, hello, little girl. And she's like, Mr. Carface? She's so cute. She goes, I was hoping maybe today I could come outside and play. And he goes, of course. But first, I need you to talk to the rat. And she's like, okay. And she turns and they put a rat down in his little cage. And she goes, hi, Mr. Longtail. And she gives him some cheese. And he's all happy. And he's like, squeak, 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 squeak. And then she's like, will you be racing in the, they race rats upstairs. Will you be in the race today?
Right.
And he squeaks yes. He goes, oh, great. She goes, but you have a sore foot. You shouldn't be running on a sore foot. And Swizzle has a cold. And Squad Car has the flu. None of you guys should be running. You're all sick little rats. And then he goes, hey, enough of that. Just hurry up and ask him. And she goes, okay. Well, Mr. Longtail, who do you think's going to win the race today? And he squeaks a little bit, and she goes, Mr. Spotted Gray? And then you hear Carface goes, Spotted Gray, fix the odds. And, bro.
So he's just, first of all, he's keeping this child hostage.
Yes.
Okay.
So he can. Go ahead, son. So he can what?
Fix mice races.
Yes.
Because she's some sort of oracle
Yes.
that can speak to mice.
There we go. And
Okay.
dogs.
And dogs. Oh yeah, and dogs. I forgot that part. Silly me.
Because you weren't expecting this mindfuck of a plot line in this 70-minute movie.
Yeah, what's this, Akira? What is this?
I haven't seen Akira, but I know that it's like a crazy thing.
Yeah.
Oh my God. Bro, fix the odds.
Yeah.
And they all go running to fix the odds. They all have the little gambler, those gambling visors.
Yeah.
They all have that, right?
Yeah.
They go run upstairs and she goes, wait, but Mr. Carface, am I going to be able to go outside today? And he just walks outside and closes the thing and locks it.
Oof. Some parents.
He's not a parent.
Poor parents' kid. He has some poor parents' kid.
Oh, yeah. Oh, there's a lot going on.
Yeah, just looking for, and they have no idea.
But
that
is
a
he wrong?
Dog took him.
Is he wrong, Ehsan? He
Kidnap
found
a child.
a golden, a goose that lays golden eggs.
Yes, he's definitely wrong.
But I'm saying, do you not understand the criminal mindset of
No,
this
I get
nigga?
why he's doing it, but he's definitely
Is it not
wrong.
genius?
It's. I mean, is it genius to find an oracle that can do rat races? Yes, a little bit.
Have you ever seen the movie Minority Report?
Yes.
Is this not the same?
Yes,
What is the difference? Because in Minority Report, it's a good thing.
It wasn't a good thing though. That's what you sort of find out through the movie.
No, but like, look how many murders they stopped.
That's a good point. That's a good point.
Yeah, this is pretty much Minority Report.
Yeah.
So,
My sorority report.
oh God, fire! You're going crazy right now. So she's crying.
Right.
Charlie's like, wow, a little girl who talks to animals. Huh? Imagine that. Poor child. And he looks at his friend. He goes, let's kidnap her. And Itchy goes,
She's getting kidnapped.
he goes, let's kidnap her. Itchy goes, what? And he goes, I mean, rescue her. And Itchy goes, but boss. And then he sneaks down and he goes, hey, little girl, excuse me. Let me introduce myself. I'm Charlie. And this is my little assistant, Itchy. And she kind of looks at him and she like, I mean, they're cuter dogs. They're nice.
Right.
And he goes, it strikes me that this place isn't for a girl like you. I was wondering maybe we could take you away. Where are your parents? And she goes, I'm an orphan.
Okay. Sadder than I thought. Well, I guess there's no parents looking for her.
You think this is sad? Wait till you find out. I'm gonna wait till the end. You think this is sad? Ehsan, this is nothing.
Okay.
That was nothing compared to the reality.
Okay.
She goes, I'm an orphan.
Okay.
The reality of this movie.
Okay.
And then Charlie goes, huh? No parents? And kind of smiles.
Right.
Like
Yeah.
Perfect.
Yeah. This is what I need.
he goes, well, you'll stay with Itchy. And then she's like, boss, she can't stay with me. This is going way too far. We shouldn't be doing this, boss. Seriously, let's get out of here. And then he goes, fine. She can stay with me. And she goes, well, thank you. I'm Anne Marie. He goes, all right, sure. Well, you're living with me, Anne Marie. He goes, you're living with me, squeakers. That's what I'll call you. And they pack her shit up and they take her out.
Right.
Cut to, you see Killer telling Carface, they like, yo, Carface, she's gone. We just went downstairs. He's gone. I'm surrounded by morons. I love that little girl. I want her back. So you see beautiful night shots of Louisiana.
Right. Right.
We see them go to Charlie's place. He lives in this like car, right?
Right.
In a junkyard. He tells her, he's reading her a story. He's telling her the story of Robin Hood.
Right.
And she's loving it. And Itchy, is like, she like goes to lay down. And Itchy's like, let me talk to you. Mm-hmm. So they go outside the car and Itchy's like, yo, I have a bad feeling about this, yada, yada. And he's like, don't worry, Carface is not going to look for you here. He thinks I'm dead. And he goes, tomorrow we take her to the horse track and we make a fucking fortune.
Right. They go back to the horse track?
They go to a horse. They haven't gone to a horse track.
Okay, to a horse track. Okay.
They go to it. They've been at the mice thing.
Okay.
He's like, we'll go to a horse track and make a fortune.
Right.
She can talk to animals, right?
Right.
And then she hears that in the car. She goes, horsies. And she's all excited. And then Charlie's like, oh, don't, come on, get back to bed, girl. He tucks her in. She goes, can I have a good night kiss? And he gives it to her. Itchy leaves and goes home. And he's like, meet me here tomorrow morning, Itchy. And Itchy's all mad about it.
Right.
And so he goes, she's like, thank you for rescuing me. He's like, sure, it was nothing, kid. And she starts trying to sleep, but like she can't get comfortable in the front seat.
Right.
And she goes, Charlie, I can't sleep in the front seat. It hurts me. And he's like, oh, fucking dames. And he switches places with her.
Right.
And she's like, starts praying to God. And she's like, God, I just want to thank you for bringing Charlie and Itchy and Mr. Itchy into my life. They've been the nicest people I've ever met. And please help me find a mommy and a daddy. And Charlie's hearing all this. And he's like, Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
And he goes, kid, I'll help you find Atlantis if you just go to sleep.
Right.
Fades to black. The next morning they wake and they're at the horse track.
Okay.
And they're like, all right, kid, we need you to talk to the horses. And nothing really happens, right? And Itchy's like, well, maybe, the horses are too stupid to talk, right? And he's talking shit about the horses.
Right.
And then Charlie's like, come on, kid. Come on, ask the horses about, who's going to win the race. And she's looking at him and her face kind of twists up. And she goes, you sound just like Mr. Carface. And then he goes, oh, no, I'm not, kid. I promise. We're going to win all this money, and then we're going to give it to the poor. And she goes, like Robin Hood? He goes, yep, just like Robin Hood. I know, bro. This is a kid's movie.
So much.
And then he goes, and trust me, kid, if you're going to need a mommy and a daddy one day, you're going to need some dough. We're going to have to get you nice dresses and nice shoes, and that stuff costs money. And she goes, you promise to help me find a mommy and a daddy? kid, I promise. And she hugs him and she's all happy.
Jesus.
And you're right. And she goes, well, okay. She goes up to the horse and she goes, excuse me, Mr. Horse, which one of you is going to win the race today? And then and the horse kind of looks at her like with a side face. And she goes, oh no, we're going to give the money to the poor. And so I can get a new dress so I can find a mommy and a daddy. And the horse kind of smiles.
Right.
Because she's so cute.
Right.
And the horse whispers in her ear, right?
Right.
And she goes, she goes, it's the Grand Chahi's birthday. Awesome. Well, thank you, Mr. Horse. And then Charlie goes, but who's going to win? And she goes, well, the Grand Chahi. It's his birthday. Right? And then they look over and they see the Grand Chahi. This nigga looks retarded.
Okay.
There's no other way to put it.
Okay.
There's no other way to put it, Ehsan. He's clearly got Down syndrome or something.
Okay.
Is that like, you know what I mean?
I know exactly what you're saying.
There's no other way to put it. That's when they were like,
yeah.
oh, we'll give this horse. Like they were like, oh, when we draw this horse, because they drew it.
Right.
And not only that, but they had to draw it 1,000 times to get it right.
Right.
They had to decide, well, what features do we? Because all the other horses had features,
Right.
and I wouldn't classify them as Down syndrome-y. So that's a decision, yes.
Yes.
Also, do you think that they like used an actual person with Down syndrome and then put that in the horse? Like, you know how like a lot of them, like when you watch an animated movie, like the face of the person
Yeah,
is,
for sure. They definitely studied a Downsy face
and just put that on a horse.
on a horse. Yeah.
Yeah. And so they're like, all right, what do we do now? And then Charlie goes, oh, well, now we need a couple of bucks. So they go walk her outside, and they see adults walking around everywhere, right?
Right.
And they're trying to steal.
Right.
The dogs are. The little
Right.
girl thinks they're trying to find a mommy and daddy.
Right.
'Cause that's what he's like, oh, we're going to find you a mommy and daddy up here, don't
Right.
worry.
Jesus Christ.
And then she goes, oh, I see a couple right over there. They look perfect. And Charlie's like, good eye, kid. They do look perfect. They walk up, and Itchy like starts playing a maneuver like he's like hurt and sick.
Right.
And the little girl comes over. She's like, Itchy, are you okay? She's like, and they're like, oh, little girl, is this your dog? She's like, well, kinda. And then while this is all going on, Charlie steals the guy's wallet. He's like, come on, guys, I got it. Let's go. Itchy gets up, starts running. They take off.
Right.
The little girl goes to take off too. And they go, wait, little girl, what's your name? And she goes, well, I'm Anne Marie. And she goes, I'm about to go get we're about to go get me a new dress. And she goes, the lady goes, okay, well, that's nice, but where are your parents? And then Charlie hears this. He goes, Squeaker, let's go. And she goes, and she looks at the parents, it's the lady, and she's like, but, he's like, come on. And she's like, oh, and she runs off with them.
Damn, this is so crazy. He's such a bad guy.
These are really bad dudes.
He's
Bro.
such a bad guy. Yeah.
So they do the classic stacked in a trench coat idea.
Right. And they talk to regular humans.
And that's how they make their bet.
Okay.
And they get the guy had like $1,000.
Right.
Stack of, cash.
Right.
Because he's at the horse race. He's about to bet on horses.
Right.
And they go, all right, $1,000 on the Grand Chahi, please. And the guy looks, and the Grand Chahi has 1,001 odds to win.
Damn.
And he goes, you know something I don't know, sir? Mm-hmm. And she goes, it's his birthday. And he's like, okay, rolls his eyes, right?
Right.
So they go get their seats. The race starts. They're like, come on, Chahi. Come on, Chahi. It's your birthday. It's your birthday. The other horses all slow down at some point, and they just let this nigga win.
Yeah.
And they go crazy.
Like whenever they let a Down syndrome kid score a basket.
Exactly like that.
Right.
Exactly like that.
Okay.
Everybody's going crazy.
Right.
They are now, bro, there's a montage of them rolling in the money.
Okay.
I mean, cash money.
Okay.
And they're betting on frog races now. They're winning more money because she's talking to the animals.
Right.
They're betting on turtle races. They're betting on kangaroo boxing.
Right.
It's all fixed.
Right.
Which is also
'Cause
crazy.
she's a clairvoyant
Yeah.
psychic monster.
So as they're rolling in the dough, Anne Marie gets more sad and more sad through this montage.
Right.
Charlie notices, and then he goes and he gets her all those fancy dresses and all these shoes, and now she's back happy again.
Right.
All right?
We're fucking women, am I right? Always looking for their parents, always distracted by shoes.
That is pretty true. So now in the montage, Itchy and him design his gambling place, the one he wants to build.
Right.
That's how much money he has. Bro, Itchy does the construction to build it. Like, he uses a forklift. He uses a crane.
Right.
He's got a construction hat on. You see this nigga welding with the fucking zzz, like with the fire thing on. You know, he's doing all the electrical wiring. I swear to God they show all this, Ehsan. I swear to God they show all this.
Making sure it's up to code.
They make sure he makes sure it's up to
City
code.
Hall.
They-
So the mayor is involved.
Mayor is involved. I mean, bro, this is gambling, so the mayor's got to be involved.
Mm-hmm.
They lighted up Charlie's place. It's super fancy, right? He sees a Mad Anne-Marie as they're packing up and they open up for the grand opening.
Right.
And she's like, I'm leaving. And he goes, what? What? She goes, you promised to find me parents. You didn't even look, Charlie. All you do is gamble and it isn't right. And he goes, oh, kid. He stops her. He's like, you're right. I'm lower than low. Thank you for helping me see the light. Squeaker, you know what we're going to do? We're going to go help the poor tonight. And then Itchy's like, boss, we got a business to run. You can't leave. It's opening night, yada, yada, which is crazy. It's opening night.
Right.
I mean, he's right.
Right.
And he goes, and he leans over. He's like, we got to keep the kid happy, Itchy. So cut to Carface is feeding his piranhas.
Right.
He has the killer dog dangled above him. And he's like, you fucked up twice. There's no strike 3 with me.
Damn.
So he's got him. He starts dangling the killer dog, and the killer dog goes, I can kill him. I can figure out a way to kill him. And he's like, how? He's like, because I got a gun. And then he pulls him up at the last second. And he goes, I got a Flash Gordon thermoatomic ray gun, boss. And the boss blows like a big cigar smoke. And he's like he looks like the devil.
Right.
Right?
Right.
We see Charlie come up to a room with a bunch of pizzas. And it's like a really poor like neighborhood. And he goes up all these stairs, and then they get to the top, and he opens the door, and it's all these puppies around.
Right.
He's like, anybody order a pizza? And all the puppies go crazy. Charlie!
Right.
And they attack him all happy.
Yeah, a little, oh my God, Pablo Escobar.
And
Pablo Escobar.
dude, you're going crazy right now.
Pablo Escobar.
So, he's like, this is our guest, kiddos, Anne-Marie. And they're also happy to meet her. And hey, they're like, hey, Charlie. And this beautiful dog comes out. And she's like, hey, Charlie. And he's like, oh, hey, Flo. And he kind of starts flirting with her. And she's like, we don't see you much around anymore. He's like, yeah, I'm sorry about that. Which I don't know if they're implying he's the dad or not. But it seems like it. He's like, yeah, I know, but I got a business to run. And she's like, I know. Just, these little guys love you. He's like, yeah. He gives him more pizza, and then out of nowhere, this is the movie. I love the movie, but out of nowhere, this is what happens.
Right.
All right?
Right.
It makes a weird left turn here.
Right.
He starts singing to a song to the kids about sharing and how it's important.
Right.
But the song is Jamaican flavored.
Okay.
It's like Caribbean thing, but it's Burt Reynolds singing.
Okay.
So he's like, what's mine is yours.
Yeah.
What's yours? It's Burt Reynolds.
Yeah.
It's so racist.
Yeah.
Is mine. The more we share, the more the sun will shine. Yeah. Which doesn't make any sense.
Yeah.
That doesn't make the sun shine.
Right.
Sharing.
Right. It's just time.
Yeah, just time. So Anne-Marie, while this song's going on and all this dancing and fun, the wallet falls out. Remember that wallet he stole?
Yeah.
It falls out.
Right.
And she grabs it. And she's like, Charlie, what's this? He's like, oh, I was going to give it back. You stole that wallet from those nice people? Because there's a picture of him inside.
Right.
And he goes, I was going to give it back, I promise. And she walks off so disappointed.
Right.
She goes upstairs, and she's looking at the picture of the couple, and she starts singing a song about how she wants to be a family, and she starts singing this montage of all the puppies and them as a family.
Oh, I'm cursed by my magical powers. Felines won't stop capturing me.
And using me for gain.
Yeah, all they do is help me. All I do is help them gamble, but what I want is a family.
And did I mention the mayor is involved?
Yeah.
Yes, Mayor Dinkin is involved.
And I met this lady named Ghislaine, and she said she'd take me to an island far away.
Where she introduced me to Carface.
Yeah.
Just stating the facts.
Yeah. He was hanging out with Prince Andrew.
So Charlie is sleeping that night,
Right.
and the camera pans in on his watch, and you hear, "You can never come back, Charlie."
Jesus.
Right, and it
To
opens
be
up.
fair, this is all on the pink cat.
Oh, it's
Letting-
all on the pink dog
letting
for letting you're supposed to be running this heaven
yeah,
place.
yeah, right. Dancing with the riffraff.
Yeah, it's fucking get it together.
Yeah.
You see him. He goes through, like, the clock opens up and he goes through it, and then he goes through that vortex, and then all these tornadoes and lava, and then he pretty much goes down the earth through hell.
Right.
So now he's in this hell with all these goblins and all that shit, and they're biting on him, and he's freaking out, and then he wakes, and it's just all the little dogs, like the little puppies biting him.
Right.
Right.
Really, also a good metaphor for what he feels like fatherhood truly is.
Yeah,
Hell. Kids are goblins.
He looks at the clock and he's like, "Wow, it was only a dream." And then he runs upstairs to go get Anne Marie. She's gone. And he looks around. He's like, "Where is she?" And then one of the little kids goes, "She told me she went to 402 Maple Street." He goes, "Why would she go there?" And the dog goes, "To see the Wallet family." He goes, "The Wallet family."
Right.
Cut to, she's talking. She's already in the house.
Right.
They're making her waffles and they're talking to her. And they're like, "You want some more waffles?" She's like, "Yes, thank you." And she's like stuffing her face. And she's like, "This is the most," and they're in like a beautiful house. It's like, "This is the most beautiful house I've ever seen." And they're like, "Thank you, Anne Marie, but where do you live, honey?" And she's like, "Well, I live with Charlie, my dog." And they go, "And what about your parents?" And she goes, "Well, I don't have any." "Well, where do you stay?" "With Charlie in the junkyard and Itchy." And they go, "Oh, hold on one second, honey." And the mom and the dad go talk, and they're like, "Yo, we can't leave this girl to go out alone. She's fucking like homeless. Oh my God." And they're like, "Well, yeah, well, I guess we can put her in the guest room for now, and we'll talk to the police and just figure out something what we can do, you know." And as they're talking to her, Charlie comes and finds her, and he's like, "Squeaker." And she looks out the window. She's like, "Charlie, oh my God, you won't believe it. Harold and Kate are so wonderful, and they gave me waffles with real butter and real syrup, and you know they're gonna let me. They might even let me stay in their home. You think so?" And Charlie's like, "Well, I'm happy for you, kid. In fact, I didn't even come here to bother you. I just came here to say goodbye." And she goes, "What?" He goes, "Yeah, well, you don't need me anymore. You're one true friend. You know, I guess maybe you could just stay with them, and you don't want to stay with a dirty old dumb dog like me anymore. It makes sense in a clean house like this. I can't offer these things. I just can't offer that, right? But don't worry about me. I'll make it out just fine. What can I say? We were just best friends is all.
Ooh,
Enjoy your
gaslight.
waffles."
Gaslight.
That's not what he's
Gaslight.
doing.
Girl boss. Gatekeep.
More than meets the eye. No, he's not gaslighting. He's just being honest.
Oh, right. You're right.
You're not supposed to tell your friend how you feel.
That's a good point.
So he leaves, and she's like, "Charlie, wait," because she feels all bad.
Right.
And she runs after him.
Of course.
And Charlie's walking down the street, and he's all happy with her. And you see a gun aim at him.
How could they hold a gun with their paws?
It's an atomic ray gun.
Yeah. Oh, okay, yeah.
And Carface goes, "Remember, don't hit the girl. Steady. Bye, Charlie." And they shoot, and he gets hit, and it bounces off, right?
Right.
And he gets up, and they run, and they keep shooting, but he's able to get away.
Okay.
And she's like, "Charlie, I thought they shot you." He looks at his gold. The gold thing saved him.
Right.
So did I. Right? But he's like, "But they don't know who they're dealing with. I'm going to take care of that Carface now. Nothing's going to stop me." And they keep walking in this old building. And as they're walking, they fall down through the building, like the boards.
Right.
And they fall in the water. And he loses his watch. And he's like, "Where's my watch? Where is it?" And then you see like the watch get carried away. And he's like, "Oh, my watch." And he's like, "Wait, what's taking it?" Because you see it like something's carrying it. And then all of a sudden he gets picked up, and then so do her, and they get put in a cage, right? Mm-hmm. And they're like, "What's going on?" And you see it's thousands of these little mice.
Right. Okay.
Thousands of them.
Okay.
Right? And she's like, "Talk to him." And she's like trying to talk to him, and she's like, "I can't. They're not answering me. They talk funny." And he's like, "What's going on?" And he's like, "Oh shit." Charlie's like, "Something's moving in the water. I don't know." And then all of a sudden, a gigantic, like, you see all these little mice, they start worshiping like it's like a sacrifice.
Oh my God.
And a gigantic crocodile comes out.
Jesus Christ.
And then I swear to God, he goes, "Squeaker, we're gonna die." And she's like, "Oh, Charlie." And the croc almost steps on the watch, and he's like, "No, don't step on my watch." And the crocodile, just like this, he goes, "Well, don't y'all look like some tasty New Orleans gumbo?"
Is he Coach Ocheron?
No, it's the same crocodile from the goddamn Princess and the
Yeah,
Frog.
it is.
It's the
Same
and it's
guy.
Kojo, which is Kojo,
It's Coach O.
right? And then they go to eat Charlie, and he goes to eat him, and he puts him in his mouth, and he's trying to bite down, and Charlie's holding, and Charlie screams. But remember, Charlie's been singing all movie.
Right.
So he's got a beautiful scream.
Right.
And the crocodile hears it,
Right.
and then opens its mouth, and the crocodile goes, well, that's an amazing voice.
Oh my God, he's also in a band.
Not only that, he's in a band.
The leader of a jazz band.
He's gay.
What?
He's clearly gay. He puts on lipstick and woman's clothing.
Oh wow.
And he starts singing, let's make music together. Let's make harmony. Let's make music together. Because music is the only place a man can be free.
Yeah.
What do you call that song? I would classify it as Little Nas X-ish. Music is the only place a man can be free.
Oof, what a line. What a great line.
This crocodile's going through it, nigga.
Yeah.
This crocodile can only be itself through music.
Man, ain't that the truth for some people?
That is true.
Mm-hmm.
So they do this whole singing montage. This song kind of comes out of nowhere, by the way.
Right.
And
As opposed to all the other songs which came across.
yeah, it's like they didn't realize it because that was the last song.
Yeah.
They never at any point realized this didn't have to be a musical.
Right. It could have just been. It just could have stayed someone's nightmare. It didn't really have to be a movie either. It could have just stayed in that dream journal that which it originated from.
So he grabs Squeaker and she's all cold and sick and she's like, Charlie, I don't feel good. And he's like, it's okay, Squeaker. It's okay. And he hugs her. Mm-hmm. You see Itchy cleaning up Charlie's bar late night. Mm-hmm. And the classic, like, we're closed.
Right.
You know, we're closed.
Yeah.
And Carface sneaks up behind him. Where's the girl? Oh, I don't know, Carface. And you see Carface smash a bunch of shit.
Right.
And he goes, I think you do. What do you think, boys? And then all out the shadows, all his boys come. And Itchy gets all scared and he goes, please don't do this. And he pulls out some of his claws and he's like, please. And he goes, tell Charlie this is with love. Don't! And then it fades to black. Charlie brings Anne-Marie to Flo and he's like, yo, she's really sick. What do we do? He's like, she needs a doctor, Charlie, the mom.
Yeah,
of all
who
the
can,
puppies.
who can also talk to dogs.
Huh?
The mom of the puppies. Okay.
Her.
Yeah.
And he's like, she needs a doctor. Right then you see Itchy limp up. He's like, Charlie. He's all beat up. And he's like, Charlie. He's like, Itchy, what happened? I'll tell you what happened. Carface happened to me. That's what happened, Charlie. It's 50 thugs. And he goes, that dirty son of a bitch. And then he's all fucked up. And he's like, look what else happened. And then they look out the window and his place is on fire.
Jesus.
He's like, they burned it down, Charlie. They burnt down our place.
Jesus. Barbecuing the meat, though.
You got to prove a point.
Yeah.
You got to burn down his place.
Yeah. Like a true mobster dog.
You have to.
Right.
So he goes, that's our place. This has gone too far, Charlie. And then he goes, he goes, you wanted to get revenge, Charlie, and I just wanted to get out of town. But I stayed because I'm your friend. He's beat up as shit, bro.
Right.
Like, that's what makes this speech kind of crazy.
Yeah.
He goes, you and this girl, I told you to leave her alone. But you did anyway, and I stayed because I'm your friend. Charlie, he tried to kill me tonight. We got to get out of town. We got to get out while we can. The casino's gone. And he goes, I know, Itchy, the casino is gone, which means we need the girl more than ever now. It's just business. And he goes, you've gone soft, Charlie. You love that girl now. You just care about her. That's the truth. And he goes, I don't care about her. I pretend to be a best friend, and it's all baloney, Itchy. It's business to me. I'm using her. And when we're done with her, I'm going to dump her back off in the orphanage. Okay? You understand that, Itchy? And he goes, okay. Anything you say, boss. And they turn around, and who's standing right there?
Oh, Anne-Marie.
Anne-Marie. You're not my friend. You're a bad dog. And she runs. Bro, the sweetest thing you've ever seen.
Damn.
You're a bad dog.
Damn.
Which is, I'm sure, the meanest thing you could say. That's their N-word.
Right.
I'm like, oh, my God. And then he goes, oh, shit, Squeaker, no. Right. Hey, Anne-Marie. And they chase after her, right? And it starts to rain. And as they chase after her, they hear her scream. And they go, oh, Carface. You see Flo, he goes, like, because they see they can't find her, right? And they see her doll on the ground.
Right.
And they go, Flo. And Flo looks at Itchy. She goes, Itchy, take this to 402 Maple Street. Take this to those people, right? He goes, okay. She goes, they'll help. He takes off. As he's taking off, he's running through the town. He's telling all the other dogs about what happened.
Right.
And they're barking across town. So now it's like spreading word. What's going on.
Right.
All right. Anne-Marie is hung up in a cage. Charlie finally finds her.
Right.
He goes to save her. He goes, Squeaker, come on, we'll get you out of here. Wake up. She doesn't wake up. She coughs some more. He's like, oh, you're sick. I'm going to get you out of here, kid. He goes to pick her up. Carface comes down. He goes, well, isn't this the sweetest thing?
Love it. Love it. Love it. Great villain.
Right? All his boys start coming down and they surround it. They hop down. He goes, go get her, boys. They all hop, like he fell for the bait.
Right.
They all go down to go kill him. He hops out. He protects her with his life. A legit fight scene breaks out.
Damn.
He is now, like, it's a legit fight. Bro, he is protecting Anne-Marie with his life.
Damn.
Just fighting off all these things.
Right, like Bruce Lee.
Oh, he can fight.
Okay.
There's a reason he's a top mobster, bro.
Right.
He ain't no bitch.
Right.
So he's fucking these niggas up.
Right.
You see the Wallet family, they get a knock at their door, they look outside. There's 100 dogs all barking at the same time.
Right.
Itchy runs in and he drops the toy and they go, that's Anne-Marie's.
Right.
Right? Cut back to Charlie still fighting these niggas, but it's too many of them.
Right.
They eventually get the best of them and they tie him to an anchor.
Oh, wow.
A ship anchor.
Oh, wow.
All right? They bite his foot really hard, one of the dogs, and he lets out one of those screams, the same scream he did when the crocodile tried to eat him.
Right.
Outside, you see the crocodile go like, he knows that scream.
Right.
Okay? Cut back to, we see Charlie.
Oh, man, you never want to get in the way of a gay crocodile. That's
And his friends.
fierce and sassy. Oof.
So we see Charlie,
Right.
and Carface comes up to him and he goes, see, Charlie, this story does have a happy ending. I get the girl. I keep the fortune. You go to heaven. Don't you want to go to heaven, Charlie? Right then, the huge crocodile busts in, grabs Charlie out the anchor at the last minute and saves him.
Right.
All the other dogs start running in to save Charlie, and the Wallet family's behind him.
Right.
Okay? Charlie and Carface finally start fighting. They're duking it out.
Right.
Anne-Marie falls in the water during
Right.
all the commotion.
Right.
She's sick. She can't, she's out of it.
Right.
So she's not even, conscious.
Right.
Charlie goes to he jumps in the water to go save her. Oil spills in the water. A huge fire breaks out.
Right, of course.
Bro.
Of course. Of course.
Charlie.
And it's an oil fire, so you can't put water on it.
Mm-hmm.
So, take back what you said about firefighters at the beginning, huh?
They're not stupid.
Yep. They're not. Full circle.
So I guess firefighters win, not police officers?
I mean, no, I think police officers are a harder job. I'm just saying.
Even with oil fires?
Yes. I'm just saying, firefighters aren't retarded. That's my take.
I didn't say they were retarded. What did I say?
Yeah, you did.
What did I compare them to?
I don't know. People with an extra chromosome. I think that's what you said.
So
the horse that won the race.
Oh yeah. I think that's what I compared them to. So Charlie, he sees the fire happening. He goes, oh no. He puts his watch down because he wants to go jump in the water and save her.
Right.
He doesn't want it to stop because if it stops again, he knows he dies.
Right.
Carface jumps down as well and stops him from going to save her. So now they're fighting. The crocodile hits the wall super hard to help him, and Carface falls, and he's holding on for dear life, and then he falls into the water. The crocodile and him lock eyes, and he tries to swim away, and the crocodile's like, delicious, and starts chasing after him.
Oh, shit.
All right?
Right.
Charlie now jumps in the water, and he grabs his watch, and he saves it. And then he sees Anne-Marie still sinking. He swims up, he puts his watch on a box,
Right.
and he swims back down to go save Anne-Marie.
Right.
He grabs her.
Right.
As he grabs her, something else falls and knocks the watch in the water.
Right.
The watch starts sinking. He's swimming up with Anne-Marie, and he sees the watch swimming down.
Right.
And he's like, he goes to grab it. He loses her. He can't hold both.
Right. Right.
He has to, and now he's like, he has to make the decision.
Right.
Anne-Marie
Or the watch.
or you.
Right.
The watch is you.
Right. Right. Right.
He lets the watch go. Brings her up, puts her on a raft, pushes her out of the fire to safety, right? He tries to swim back again for the watch.
Right.
The watch stops ticking. Cut to, you see Itchy and the dogs come up to shore. Itchy's all sad. He's crying, Charlie, because he knows Charlie's as the ship's going down in the fire.
Yeah.
He knows Charlie never came out.
Right.
What?
Sorry, it's so funny. You keep going.
What?
Keep going.
So Itchy's crying.
Yeah.
Killer, you see the girl. You remember the dog Killer?
Yeah.
He ends up saving the girl.
Okay.
Like he's swimming, and he's got a board. She's laying on a board, and he's got
Right.
the board in his mouth, kind of like kicking,
Right.
and he's pushing her to safety.
Okay. Yeah.
All right. The Wallet family's there. They grab the girl. The police are all there. Itchy's just crying.
Right.
The Wallet family takes the girl and Itchy home.
Yeah, and no one's asking like, what the fuck are all these dogs?
No one's. Why was there a fire? Why did the ship?
Why were these two dogs fighting like they were like in an action movie? No one has any questions.
The police
is there. The police are like, how the fuck did the dogs get us here?
Little girl, did you burn this all down? They probably blame the little girl.
Yeah.
They take her and Itchy home. Itchy, he lays in. They have this nice bed. Itchy lays in the bed with her.
Yeah.
The window blows open.
Right.
We see outside this red demon cloud.
Right.
And out of it comes this huge demon. And out of this demon, like from hell, Charlie floats.
Right.
And he floats over like a ghost, and he floats over to the bed.
Right.
And he goes, "Oh, Squeaker." And he starts crying. "I'm sorry. I'm so very sorry." And you hear the demon go, "Charlie." And then like a heavenly blue light comes down.
Yeah.
And it goes through the demon, and the demon disrupts, and all the demon smoke goes away. And the blue light goes, "Charlie, come home." And Charlie hears it, and he goes, "But you said," and he goes, "Charlie, you gave your life for her. You can come home now." And he goes, What about Anne Marie? "Just say goodbye, Charlie." And he looks at her, and she wakes up, and she's like, "Charlie?" And he goes, "Yeah, it's me, kid. How you feeling?" She goes, "I'm okay. How are you?" He goes, "I'm okay. I just came to say goodbye." "Where are you going?" "A little trip." And she goes, but he goes, "Hey, kid, I need you to do something for me." "What, Charlie?" "I need you to take care of Itchy." And you see Itchy is all beat up still. "Take care of him. Why, nobody else will, that little klutz, while I'm gone. All right? Can you do that?"
Right.
And she's like, "I can. Don't worry, Charlie. I will." And she goes, "Goodbye, Charlie. I'll miss you." He goes, "I'll miss you too, Squeaker." And she goes, "Charlie, will I ever see you again?" "Sure you will, kid. Goodbyes aren't forever." And she goes, "Oh, well, in that case, goodbye, Charlie. I love you." And she falls back asleep, right? And then Charlie, you hear, "Charlie, come home." And he wipes his tears away, and he floats up to heaven. All dogs go to heaven. Credits roll.
We just sort of glossed over the fact that he comes out of a demon.
He was in hell for a second.
Yeah, he was in hell.
He deserved to be in hell.
Right.
I mean, it's one of those things like, can I rape and kill everyone, and then right before I die, just ask Jesus for forgiveness?
Well,
That is
That's-
technically the rules.
that is how a lot of popes are operated. I have operated in the past.
And nims be the rules.
Yeah.
That's what the Pope says right before he dies.
Yeah.
And nims be the
Just
rules, God.
Just the pile of dead bodies behind him.
If I made a show about popes molesting children, I'd call it Dims Be the Rules. The credits roll. And as the credits roll and you hear the somber, like really beautiful, angelic music play, you hear, "Hold it. I know we're dead up here, but so is this music. Someone turn it up." And you hear the music turn up and start, and now they're in heaven, and it's like Charlie's throwing a huge party.
Nice.
Right?
Nice.
Carface is also in heaven.
Right.
And he's like, "That damn gator." He's a dog. All dogs go to heaven.
Yeah.
"I'll get him." And then you see the flow girl explaining to him the clock situation. And she's like, "Hey, don't grab that clock. Don't you touch that. Don't touch that clock." And Carface winds it back, and he does it. And she goes, "You can never come back." And then Charlie looks at the camera. "Oh, he'll be back." Dun. All dogs go to heaven.
What the fuck is this movie?
What do you mean?
I'm upset.
Why are you upset?
I'm upset.
Wait, you're upset?
I'm upset.
100,000 numbers.
Yeah, what the fuck? I can't even wrap my mind around how you would even think of any of this.
Yeah, it's a crazy movie to write.
Yeah.
It's a crazy movie.
Killer's
to write.
redemption. His whole arc from knocking him off with the car to saving the baby. God.
Pretty incredible.
Yeah,
What'd you think, buddy?
Yeah, crazy movie.
Crazy?
Yeah, crazy.
What'd you think though? Who's your favorite character?
I love Carface.
Carface is unbelievable.
I like
Carface. He's also his name is fucking
Carface.
Carface.
He was my favorite one.
Yeah. So you want to hear the saddest part about this movie?
Yes.
So the lead actress
Yeah.
who did this movie,
Right.
her name was Judith Bursey.
Oh, is that this? That's the same from the.
Her
Her dad of.
She did the voice. Hold on.
Ducky.
Of Ducky.
Yeah, I know. I know who she is.
She died when she was like 7 or 8 years old.
Mm-hmm.
Right after this movie.
Mm-hmm.
She did 2 big things.
Right.
She did Land Before Time 1
Yeah.
and All Dogs Go to Heaven 1.
Right.
2 franchises.
Right.
That's killing it in my book.
Yes.
Father murder-suicided her and her mom.
Yes, I've heard this story.
And that's the ending to
Yeah,
All
that's
Dogs Go to Heaven.
Yeah, but hopefully some humans don't. Huh? This shit's crazy.
Apparently she was like they made like they were really, her parents really fucked up and made her work nonstop.
Right.
When she was working, she was killing it.
Right.
And she was so sick. You know, I said the little girl sings a song.
Right.
At one, that's you could tell it's not her singing.
Right.
Because she was so sick she couldn't sing.
Right.
Because they kept making her do voice acting stuff each time. Her voice sounds crazy. If you listen to this, it's the most crazy raspy voice you've ever heard.
Really?
Oh yeah, you can tell, and it's like, whoa! It makes all the sense in the world. They made her work sick. They didn't care
Oof.
because they couldn't push back filming, until she was better.
Yeah.
Because what would have happened?
Right.
But I'm sure you know what it is. Burt Reynolds' schedule. You can only get Burt Reynolds for so much.
And crazy Hollywood parents are crazy Hollywood parents.
No, true. No, but
Yeah.
the movie is about Burt Reynolds is the reason you can do the movie.
Right.
Burt Reynolds said yes.
Right.
If Burt Reynolds says, but I can only do the movie from you got from July, I can do the voiceover stuff from the beginning of July, early August. That's
Right.
it. That's all you get.
Then you have to make.
Then
it
that's
work.
when you make the movie. Like you're not worried about those little kids fucking.
Right.
And you already started filming, and then she gets sick. Well, you're like, hey, we can't stop photography. Like,
Right.
She has too many scenes with Burt.
Right. Damn.
Isn't that crazy, dog? It's almost as crazy as you thinking your Niners were going to have a good season.
I think this is still possible. They could turn it around. They were terrible last year until the end.
Well, that's what my vote is. They're going to lose in the divisional round of the playoffs.
Yeah, and it's going to be another heartbreaking playoff loss because that's what Shanahan does.
And Jimmy.
And
You guys are going to lose a really close game to like the Bucks or
after
something, or the Rams.
after being up 10 in the fourth.
But you'll beat somebody in the first round like the Packers or something.
Yeah,
In the wild
we'll
card.
always beat the Packers.
Yeah, you'll beat somebody in the wild card
Yeah,
that you shouldn't beat.
Right.
And Debo will be great. And Jimmy G will throw two picks when it matters.
So sad. So sad. So sad. He ran out the back of the end zone.
And we'll see you soon, motherfuckers. October 8th, Solid Comedy.
Coming out.